Welcome to this Jones Subwoofer Solutions flat pack assembly how-to guide. This guide covers how to put together our 13-ply Baltic birch subwoofer enclosures. An equipment list for this project is found on our website, and a paper copy is included with your flat pack kit. Pause the video if you want to copy down the equipment list. As a note of caution, remember to take safety precautions when working with power tools. I wear safety glasses and ear protection while working with the brad nail gun. Watch your fingers and be careful when moving around these heavy pieces of wood. Start by doing a dry fit to make sure the pieces fit together before gluing. The pieces should fit together snugly, but not so tight that they fit unevenly. You'll need the premium wood glue found in your kit along with multiple clamps. All the wood pieces need to come together at 90-degree angles. This is important for the best acoustic performance from your enclosure. Since I'm planning on painting or carpeting this box after it's put together, I'm not worried about wood glue running out the sides, and I'll wipe it up while it's still wet. This kit doesn't come with any nails or screws. I'll be using brad nails because they're pretty fast, but either option works. I'm using 1 1/4 inch brad nails on every piece except the baffles where the subwoofers mount. The wood glue is the strongest component of these joints. The brad nails I'm using will just help keep everything together nice and tight while the wood glue dries. This enclosure can be put together with as few as 4 clamps. I'm just trying to go fast, and we have lots of clamps in the shop. But if you take your time and you're careful, you don't need as many clamps as I use in this video. Putting the pieces of your enclosure together in the way I'm demonstrating will make it so you can keep the face of your enclosure free of any nails or screws. This part of the assembly is important if you have a model with a double baffle. You'll want to attach the interior baffle to the main enclosure before attaching the exterior baffle. Doing so will allow you to put nails into the adjacent pieces without having to ruin the pretty face of the exterior of your enclosure. Use a putty knife to spread wood glue on the face of the baffle. Because I move pretty quick when building these, I'm letting the glue tack up for a minute on this exterior baffle. If you're working slowly, wait to apply glue to the baffle face until you're ready to attach it. I use this hammer quite a bit for micro adjustments. It helps me get everything put together at tight, sharp angles, and it helps reduce the amount of sanding I have to do at the end. I've switched to 1-inch nails to connect the baffles to each other. Put in these 1-inch nails or screws from the inside of the enclosure rather than the outside to keep everything looking nice. Avoid putting nails or screws within 1.5 inches of where the subwoofers will mount. This will keep you from running into problems when it comes time to mount them. The rest of this video is sped up faster since the rest of this assembly is pretty simple and repetitive. The last piece to go on is the top. I use the hammer to make sure it's going to fit together nicely before applying any glue. Before putting the lid on your enclosure, go along all the interior seams and run a line of glue to make sure everything is sealed up nicely. If the top doesn't fit, it probably just means some of your pieces weren't put together at a 90-degree angle, but that can be fixed with some sandpaper or some solid knocks from the hammer. One tip is to check your nail gun often and make sure you have enough nails. I had to go over some spots twice because I ran out of nails without realizing it. This is where I went a little overboard with clamps since I was in a hurry. Instead of using so many clamps, you could flip the box over onto its lid and stand on it while you put in the nails or screws. Now you can remove the rest of your clamps and clean up any glue runs on the seams. Now the enclosure is all ready to be painted, stained, or carpeted. Once that's done, you can wire and mount your subwoofers. If you have any questions, please call or email us, and we'd be happy to answer any questions. Thanks for watching.